So even all the way back in 1984, January, price rejected off of this 1/8 quarters level. You know, going even, let's just, might as well go all the way back to 1969, Woodstock. Price rejected off of this quarters theory level. Rejected off this 1/8 level. Came down, rejected off this 1/8 level. This was in 1973. Rejected off this 1/8 level. Again, 74 January. Came down and hugged. Gave a nice big fat hug to the 1/8 quarters theory level. From 78 August to 1980 October. And look at this. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. This is the coup de grace right here. This is where it gets beautiful. Right here. Watch this. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this. Boom. All-time high, right? And what is it? It's a 1/8 level. Look at this. So we got price fully contained. And this from 75 to 162.5. So basically 75 to 150, essentially. Mostly hugging 100. This is the strongest of these levels anyway. Alright, so okay, 90, 100, 95, 92.5, 97.5. Okay. 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 It loves making highs. At these white 1/8 levels. Why is that? So like this is a quarter level and this is a 1/8 level for the 100K quarters theory level, and then this is the 1/8 level for the 10K, and then we don't even have the 1Ks on there right now. So anyway, we got recent price fully contained. We've got the last couple of years, the last decade fully contained. And we could keep going, but I'm not trying to go too crazy. Mostly, I just want to. I like being able to go back. I don't really I mean. Mostly just within the last few years, but here we've got the ability to look and see that price has been respecting these levels and whatever, and we can see what it's been doing and things like that. So mostly I'm just trying to get to the recent price action and get these 1K levels squared away. So So, in regards to let's go ahead and finish go ahead and hit. I can see we've got a problem here. An old problem. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we've got $98.75, $96.25. Not needed. Okay. I like the way that looks, though. It looks awesome. Okay. That's why I kept doing that. It's a quarter, so that'll be 0.5. And that's, 2022 there, so we're good there. I'm not gonna try to overdo anything. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I feel like the last few years, is significant enough just to be able to, want to see, what price was doing back here, a little bit. So. Alright. We're going to go right here. 111, baby. That was easy. That was the easiest level I've ever drawn. Second easiest. Third easiest. Bruh! Why would it not go forward? Don't clone it again. Okay. This needs to go up 1. Okay, just, you know, trying to be easy here. I have spent way more time than this doing this over the years. A lot of time spent doing this. A massive amount of time. I've had to do this, redo this. I used to do this on MT5. Not this extensive, but I don't even want to say it out loud, but I had levels. I had so many levels, I think, at one time where I don't even want to say it, but God forbid it ever happen again. But God forbid that, you know, I wouldn't wish anyone to lose so many hours of work. You know, talking about layouts. Make sure, you know, I don't know, used to just, there was this one point where it was like, it seemed like my levels were disappearing, and I had to redo a bunch of different things and stuff. Plus, like, you know, whatever broker you're using, like Oanda, you know what I mean? I got Oanda there for that one, Think Markets for that one. So depending on, you know, what you're using, it could be different there. I'm going to delete that right now because I'm focused on making sure this is the only one that saves. So, back to what I was doing. Okay. This has got to go 0.5. Did it go? It wasn't that far off. It's like getting close to the spot. Look at it. That's crazy. Like, you can almost just, you don't have to do all that. You can just, that's it. Let's see if it just keeps going. Now the next one is going to be overlap, so this one's just going to be Okay, and then yeah, it's a lot of work. See how close that is already? It's like let's try again. Almost done here. Ta-da! Okay, now we're complete, so okay. Oh boy. Now we're complete here. Okay. Ooh boy. Yeah, top to bottom, don't we? So this thing here, hide these for just for now. We come back. Okay. So we got these major levels here. 100,000 level, 10,000 level. May 22nd, sorry, May 13th to May 30th, so July 14th to almost, yeah, I mean, August 11th, so you know, it's bouncy lady, you know. Let's go to recent times here. Oh, hold on. Well, we're not lacking on DXY, are we? We are not lacking. Now, back to what that was earlier. It was just I got a new, yeah, see there, got that halfway point, it's got a nice outline. That was my old, this is my new, but then we got PD array. I also have a new version of that. Okay, it's not on here for some reason. And it's just not supposed to be that that bright. Come on, man. Okay, we're not using time, so PD array. Then we got another one. Yeah, so this is exactly what happened. We got up into premium, and then this was its own premium as well, area from here to here that we got into here. So still in this overall premium here, but also in this one. So it's a double premium area. We rejected very hard off of it. So now we're in, just coming off of this discount level right here. So if you draw it out, so if you draw that out, we can see what happened, Okay, so we can see that. If you want to draw this out, what would that be? That would be nah, no, not that one, bruh. What was you doing? it would be like okay, so that's that. So let's see where we are in the premium discount array. We'll lock all that down and let's take a look at our levels. So we got up into this bearish order block off of this 1/8 100,000 quarter theory level, and also let's take a pop this in there. Okay, if we zoom in here, get on to maybe the daily or something. Now we can see from here to here. This is a little bit too much going on. So let me get rid of that one. Now we are here. We are not lacking on a DXY, okay? Let me tell you something. Alright. So we got into not even discount. So that is, to me, that's bullish. In other words, you know, if it breaks, obviously the key level is right here. Buy side liquidity right there. Okay. And so that's all the way back in August 1st. We made that high, I think, something like that. Yep. Okay. So that's that. We got to break and hold above basically 100. But if we do, that's going to be extremely bullish because, you know, we didn't even make it into discount. You know, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, you know, I'm trying, you know, but look at that. Look at how it rejected off what? Yet another 1/8 quarters theory level. That's the favorite thing to do. You know why? It's because almost probably not a lot of people track these levels because they're, you know, kind of, you know, more obscure. Obviously, everybody knows about 100. Obviously, that's obvious. Everybody knows about 95. That's obvious. Even people can figure out 97.5. They can figure that out, you know. Okay, they can figure out 92.5. I mean, you can figure that out. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But I think the reason why the market likes to turn around on the button on these 1/8 levels is because, like I said, probably almost nobody, you know, thinks about them as a key level. And look again right here, pretty much Turned around there, boom, there, boom. Fucked around this level, pardon my language. Look at, turned around exactly right here. Look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna have to stop this video. Man, I had 3 scoops of instant coffee about an hour or two ago. So anyway, that's all I'm saying is now CPI was oh boy, slightly bullish, I think, for gold, supposedly, allegedly. Anyway, I just was making these levels, and I thought I'd make a little video, show y'all how I do it. But it's pretty much, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to, let me just, are we here? October 26th, 4th, okay. Bruh, nah. Oh, come on, bruh. Okay. Like I was saying, get back to it. So honestly, I'm probably bullish on the dollar. I mean, unless it wants to go into a deeper discount. I know that and you gotta think about it too. We just came off major highs on we're making all-time highs on gold. So we didn't make no all-time lows on, I mean, long term. We didn't been making all-time lows on dollar, you know what I mean? So if dollar could put a lot of pressure on gold if dollar is bullish, which I think it could be. But at the same time, you got to remember, though, honestly, got to think about it. Got to be smart now. You got to remember, we way up in a coming off a premium, so make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. So really, I don't know. I'm probably bearish on the dollar. Matter of fact, I know I just said I was bullish, but the reason I said that is because we're coming off just maybe short term, a little bullish short term, but long term bearish. So probably bearish dollar, probably bullish gold, really. So what can we do? I would say this looks like structure, you know what I mean? I would say now, but this is the thing. So we really would just, honestly, probably best thing to do, just I would, so dollar just swept here, made this huge freaking weekly freaking, look at that, that's a weekly shooting star or whatever, huge bullish candle right here. So I would expect dollar to attack 100, and if it breaks this high and consolidates, or what do you say, reclaims above, accepts, in other words, if dollar accepts above 100, okay, I would anticipate, you know, this being structure for a PD array. So in other words, I would extend this out to there. So just projecting outwardly to some random place there. And you know, so maybe you know how price loves to turn around. Once again, look right here, turns around at this 1/8 level. So maybe we could get a maybe price. Now this is not financial advice, okay? Not financial advice, okay? Okay, not financial advice. Is that how you spell advice? Definitely not. That is how you spell advice, okay? Financial advice. Not financial advice, okay? But having said that, you know, I would not be surprised, okay? Look at this. I mean, look at the structure. Okay, we got a high and then a lower high, right? And then we got a low. So we're establishing, we got a high, a low, a lower high, and then I think this is a, if we start breaking this, if we break this structure here, that validates this, you know, starts to look like, this starts to look like a lower low. Yeah, a lower low. So therefore, we could start to think about probably establishing this as structure that we could basically, think about a premium discount type of areas, so I would look at maybe dollar going up, maybe to here. Not financial advice. Okay. Okay. Definitely not financial advice. Okay. For sure. Okay. But look at what else we got going on here. So we've got so if I get rid of okay, we got that. We got that. Got that. So this is basically I'm gonna have to call it something smart, or something that makes sense. Bear with me on this for now. I guess if we back out, let's think about what this is. So from here it's 01. In other words, this is where we found our range, right? So way back in 01, I'm sorry, 01 to 08, so it's like our decade. So it's like decade, so 01 to 08, so that's, let's just say 2001 to 2008. If we just if we get rid of that for now, get rid of that for now. Okay, and then this is okay, we found our range, so this is actually going to be, that's fine, we can keep that. Well, what do you want to say? Swing low, right? So the low of this, actually, that's the swing low, right? That's all part of the same structure, in other words. Okay, so to be technically correct, so 21 January to 22 September. 22 January. $2021. Man, this is like a little bit stressful. I think I'm not trying to. This is not financial advice, okay? Oh boy. And then I think I'm showing a little too much. I don't want to get in trouble. I guess I better stop the video. This is not financial advice, okay? It's just not financial advice. Okay. 2025 January to September. But yeah, I mean, this is like pretty serious stuff here. So anyway, all public information, you know, so I'm just saying that you know, there's a confluence up here. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And not just a confluence of one or two things. I'm talking like multiple, you understand? Multiple. It's pretty serious. I mean, it's very serious. I'm talking a very, very serious situation. Okay, because You're talking gold. You know, as the dollar goes up, the gold's going to be dumping, right? Now, as it gets here, okay, this is not financial advice. Okay, this is not financial advice. Okay. I think I'm gonna change my YouTube channel name to not financial advice. Okay. But all I'm saying is I would be, you know, looking for gold buys whenever price gets between these two levels, but this is not financial advice. Okay. But until then, I'd be looking for to sell gold all day long. So I'm looking to sell gold at least until the dollar gets up to here. So, but this is not financial advice. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go. All right. Well, thanks. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up, and then you know, comment or something, and subscribe if you want to. All right, and I appreciate you. Thanks. One more thing. Just expect some turbulence. Turbulence in this area. I don't know if we should say this area maybe. But definitely that 105, that's going to be a very turbulent it's going to be a lot of, I would say, this is not financial advice, but it'd be a struggle to get from 105 to the true, what I believe is the true. I believe there's going to be a lot of shenanigans that's going to happen in this area right here. In other words, a lot of people are going to get stopped out. In other words, this is going up, so gold will be going down. So you're going to see people like selling the dollar here and then buying gold, but then in my opinion, they're going to get stopped out. So in other words, big money is going to stop out a lot of the retail sellers, and then when the dollar gets up to here, that's when the big bulls, smart money bulls, and whatever are going to go ahead and load up and buy. This is not financial advice, but I just think like it's gonna be pretty treacherous right here. So, but anyway, so I'll mark this. But yeah, this is not financial advice. So I just was just showing how I do the quarter series levels. That's all. All right, thanks.